That John did a great job as an assistant coach. John was similar, just like being like family. We've been together for a long time. So you want to get a guy that understands the value of family, team, winning, and just as important, probably the most important thing is to work with big guys in their development, because that's very important for our guys. I just didn't want to have a guy, a guy that could really take our big guys to another level. John took a lot of pride in that, and a guy that's been a big guy before. Now you got guys that have played on the perimeter, very skilled at teaching it. But I wanted a guy that knew what it felt like to work with and be around big guys, but also get inside the practice, not just coaching, but to get in there. And he brings all those things to the table. So it's just great for our program to get him on board.
Did you know him at all beforehand?
Yes. Not really hanging out with him, but I knew who he was. Because when you're an assistant coach, you see a lot of guys on the road, so you know who's who out there on the road, and you build relationships.
So you had a sense about who he was.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
How did the process get started?
Well, just really, me knowing at some point it would happen for John, especially when we felt like it would happen. You put your feelers out there and just get a feel for who's who. But you also study the game. You know who's who out there, and you watch programs, and you watch how Louisville big guys, they always got better. And I take notice to that because I watch teams, I watch how they play. Because I like when big guys play. Even though I played on the team, I love to see big guys grow and develop. So you knew from that, but we also know all the same people. And then it just kind of went from there.
The fact that he, grew up in Inglewood, the fact that he grew up in Southern California, obviously, you guys have been really good in the state of California. How big was getting that SoCal tie, also with the EYBL? How big was getting that part?
It was very important. You have to do your homework in making these decisions, because there are a lot of great candidates that wanted to be a part of, whether it's high school coaches, college coaches, NBA guys. We just had to find the right guy. At least I felt like the right guy to help us get what we need to get done. Plus, being from the Southern California area, it really helps.
With all due respect, how did Cal get an assistant coach to come from Louisville? Quite, one of the elite programs for decades.
Well, you have to work first and foremost, and then again, you have to be able to sell it, just like in recruiting. You have to sell it from the standpoint, this is a great place, which it is. You can't beat the Bay Area. There's only a few places in the world in comparison to the Bay Area, and I think from a coach that's from California, so he knows that part. And to be in Atlanta, just a lot of hard work put in hours. So we not only recruiting Ivan Rabb, we're recruiting on this end. You try to land the best, or put yourself in a position to be the best.
Was he excited about the prospect of coaching Ivan Rabb?
Yes, oh yeah, well he knows him too, so yeah. And that really helped. And again, a guy that's familiar with Ivan Rabb, recruit him some, so he's very familiar with him. Now to have a guy like that on board to really help what we're trying to do, but not just Ivan, but Kingsley, Cameron Rooks, those guys, to really help those guys take that next step.
Was Wyking a guy who wanted to come back to the West Coast to some degree? Or?
Yes, I think so. Now, again, it wasn't the case, okay, I'm coming because it's California. He had to come because it's right. I mean, you leave a great program. I just won a championship a couple years ago. To come to Cal, it had to be right.
Did you want a coach that had been, or did it matter, a coach that had been in somewhere that had a high level of success? Or
well, success is always good, but that wasn't my main criteria. Yeah. My biggest things, if I could rate them, was a guy that could help develop big guys. Recruiting standpoint, that might be second or third, but also a guy that understands the value of family. So those things, again, but really the development of a big guy is the most important thing for me.
How tall is he?
It's about 6'7", 6'8".
Did he play a forward position at Loyola?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you really can't get into contact details, I'm sure, but Wyking was making really good money at Louisville. Did donors step up to help in this situation?
No, I can't talk about that if that was the case. I mean, we just happy to have him on board.